Thank you so much. It's absolutely amazing.
You're enjoying the show?
I'm loving it.
You're loving it?
I feel like a kid in a candy store. You know, all these great startups around HR, all these great established companies doing new things.
Yes.
You've brought everybody together, Mark. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. And I'm a great admirer of your work. I take a lot of inspiration, especially in your previous company, Huffington Post, that whole open source world, all the work that you did there, and of course your new work at Thrive Global.
Well, I took everything I learned, you know, building the Huffington Post for 12 years around the world, and now brought it onto Thrive Global, my new company, which is really about two things. One is a media platform, which is think the Huffington Post, except about one topic: how to live our lives and do our work without so much stress and burnout, and recognize that our well-being and our performance are aligned. There is no trade-off. And the other part is going into companies and helping them work on their culture, helping them fix a culture of burnout, which leads to higher healthcare costs, higher attrition, worse performance, and often very little engagement among employees.
I personally, I've gone through this experience myself. I think that's why I fell in love with this world of work and tried to make a difference, trying to change the world of work. My first experience was in Singapore of burnout. And I've read through all your material. I do my best not to put my telephone beside the bed and try and get a good night's sleep, but I know exactly what it's like. And we experience it, we see it in every company around us, the amount of people that go through burnout. So it's a bit of a pandemic.
It is a pandemic, it is global. And I think what makes it harder to change is that it's based on a delusion. It's based on the delusion that in order to succeed, you have to burn out. Now, all the data, all the latest science unequivocally says that's not the case. So part of what we're doing, both with corporations and directly with consumers, is increase awareness, give them the new data, and also new role models. For example, on Thrive Global, we have people like Jeff Bezos writing about why he gets 8 hours sleep, because it improves his cognitive performance and his decision making. And again, that's based on the latest science, that most human beings need 7 to 9 hours sleep, unless they have a genetic mutation. And about 1.5% of the population does, and then you can do fine on 4.
And is there a technology element to it? Like, does Jeff, for example, have his, kind of some kind of thing that tells him he's getting 8 hours sleep?
Technology, of course, has changed our world and is continuing to change the world every day. And we're celebrating it. You and I would not be here without it. One of the things we are teaching through Thrive Global is how do we set boundaries to our relationship with technology. So when we say set boundaries to your relationship with technology, what that does is it reduces your stress. It connects you with your own center of strength, wisdom, peace, health, and therefore you are happier, healthier, more productive, and bringing more joy into your life. And that's not in any way anti-technology, in the same way that if you don't sleep with the lights on, you're not anti-electricity.
These guys are having Wi-Fi problems today because they're stealing it from one another. But one of the things I've seen is that the conversations are richer because they're having to talk face to face.
Exactly.
It's the old school.
It's the old school. And we need to save the old school and deepen it while innovations, machine learning, AI become more and more advanced, which is fantastic, but only if human beings do not give up on what makes us uniquely human. So in my new company, we talk about augmented humanity. The way all these tech startups talk about augmented reality, I think at the same time, we need to augment our humanity.